Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of our Jurassic World Evolution 3 build. We're going to be continuing on where we left off. If you guys are enjoying these Jurassic World Evolution 3 videos, let's get this one to 500 likes to unlock part 3. That is definitely coming your way. If you guys also wouldn't mind subscribing, we're so close to 60,000. I definitely appreciate your support. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Grab your popcorn and your snacks. Let's do this. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 3 video. Where we left off in the last episode is we built a humble little park, but obviously we're going to be expanding into this area today. If you guys are enjoying these Jurassic World Evolution 3 videos, let's try and get this one to 500 likes to unlock the next one. I definitely love playing this game and I love making these for you guys. Let's get started with a couple of things. We got kind of our little enclosure here. We got our hatchery, a nice enclosure here. This is probably one of my favorite ones. This was kind of here already, and all I really did was add a fence and then a null barrier kind of all the way around. I guess I kind of just naturally made one, but we got a nice big dino in here which has been tranquilized, might even be dead. There's no water there, so she can't really drown. Who knows? Hopefully not. But let's get started with a couple of other things. So obviously we have this for our, what the heck did I put in here? We got a little goat, if anything. So there might be something, actually what I think I might have done is transferred this big dino into this enclosure, and then there might be something in our hatchery here. Let's maybe see if we can synthesize a dinosaur. And I think where we left off is where I really wanted to get our velociraptors in that enclosure. Actually, no, what I wanted to do is make it a, see, I actually set it up for that. Let's check that out. So I set it up for a herbivore enclosure. So I actually had this built. This is our nice little herbivore enclosure, and this should be plenty large. So let's go ahead and get a couple of dinosaurs here. So we go to our hatchery, synthesize some, and I really wanted to get this Patagotitan, or however you say that, Triceratops. You all also have Gallimimus. So obviously this thing is absolutely insane. So I am going to go ahead and get one of these. Actually, what are we at? So 71%. Let's see if we can get that even a little bit higher before we start. Let's see if we can go to fossils. Might be a little bit more that we can do here. So let's go maybe those two, and that should give us a little bit higher. And I think we could probably just put Oliveris on there. Might be just fine. And then a couple other dinosaurs that we could probably get is the Dilophosaurus. There's a couple little spots. We got these little guys, and I wouldn't mind mixing them in with something else. I'd also love to build a Velociraptor enclosure. In fact, I could probably focus on doing that relatively soon. So if I'm going to put one of those, I got my little guys in here, and this is a massive enclosure just for them, but honestly, they deserve it. We are making $147,000 per minute, which is absolutely insane. We kind of have this little enclosure. I am going to build a nice little Velociraptor enclosure right in here. So what I might do, and I don't normally do this, let's go to our environment and let's move the terrain around a little bit and kind of just create a more natural kind of enclosure here if we can. Like I might raise this all up and make it look as natural going into this as possible, and I might kind of raise this up a little bit. All nests, so they might be having babies soon, which is kind of cool. So let's have a nice big enclosure here, and I might even take this water all the way over here to go into this little area, and then I can have just a little bit of water. So let's maybe grab some deeper water, lower our radius a tiny bit, and let's bring in some water over here, kind of just into this area. And then I can kind of just go that way a little bit. Have a nice little pond, and then I'm gonna just form a little pond down here, and then hopefully get a waterfall if we're lucky. Okay, kind of like that. That's actually kind of perfect. This actually looks absolutely perfect, so I'm happy with that. Let's raise this up a little bit more, kind of just like that. Let's go back a tiny touch. Okay, that's actually pretty nice, and I might take this a little bit further and kind of just have a little bit of a rocky formation, kind of just like that. Okay, I really like that. I think that is the beginnings of a beautiful little place. Then I might even have a nice big hill over here. Velociraptors will need a lot of space to kind of run around, so I'm going to take this kind of around back here potentially. I might even delete some of these just to really get as much room here as possible. So let's take our path, just our natural wide path, or I guess we want to go maybe a small one, and then I can always adjust it later. So let's maybe go this way, and then I can kind of follow the coast here a little bit. Let's kind of just do something like that for now. And then I'd like to get an enclosure. So obviously with velociraptors, they require as much space as possible and as big of a fence as you can muster up. So if we kind of have our enclosure right here, then we can kind of get away with, or I guess our gate, and then we can kind of get away with having our power connected right to there. So that might be kind of nice. Now let's go with our fences. I am going to go with a heavy fence, and it should be non-climbable. If I got this one, I think it would be climbable. Oh yeah, he could definitely climb that. So let's go with this one. And we also have these ones, these invisible fences. They're kind of interesting. Invisible gate. I could maybe utilize that a little bit. But I'm just going to take this up and kind of just into this area. And I want to keep some of these trees around if I can. Maybe kind of take it that way and then around. Keeps getting rid of that tree. I want to keep that tree. Okay, we can do something like that. And then I might even take this right up. Actually, what I could do is probably just connect it right to this gate. I think that probably makes the most amount of sense. I don't think they can really escape this way. I'll watch it be able to like go into this enclosure or something, and I might even just do something like this, or I don't know. Just for preventative. I guess we could see what it looks like when the time comes. But this we can just take straight out, and I'd kind of like to angle it a little bit and kind of couture around this fenced in area, and then I might have to knock out an area of this gate just to get some viewing platforms. But let's just take this up, and I think we could probably, I kind of want to keep it like all the way around this area, and then I could probably come back to like right, terrain too steep. I think right there maybe, and I'm a little bit curious to see if they're going to be able to come up here or not. I might have to make it kind of impossible for them to. So let's actually go to this and lower our radius a tiny bit. And let's just make this really tall and steep, if possible, just so they can't get up here. And I know they're velociraptors, so they might be able to anyway. Let's maybe roughen our terrain a little bit. I don't know, maybe make it a little bit jagged edged. And what we could do is actually go down a tiny bit with this and just make it absolutely impossible. So that should be fine. I think they shouldn't be able to get out from there. Let's lower this even a little bit more. Okay, I think that should be fine. They shouldn't be able to get out from there. Kind of goes around, goes up like this, and then I might need to smooth this out a little bit more. Let's just kind of make a little area for them to kind of run around. Okay, I think that's actually kind of cool. Let's maybe lower that a tiny bit. Make sure we sculpt this as cool as possible and have a nice little mountain range in the middle would be kind of cool. Okay, that's actually pretty sweet. We got a nice little water source here. I might even add a little bit more. Maybe kind of just into here. I think that's pretty cool. And then I might even smooth this out a little bit. Let's maybe just smooth that a tiny bit. Okay, and then they can kind of come up here and then go to their water source. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need a ranger post. Now I suppose we could probably put this maybe right there is probably fine. And then let's assign a couple of ranger teams here. So let's assign you, an MBU team, and a capture team. All to there. We're going to need some live bait. They're going to need a live prey. So let's maybe figure out, I could probably put it like right there. And then I'll also need to get some actual like just meat. So let's put that baby back. Maybe I'll have to climb up to get to there. Let's maybe put it somewhere else. Or maybe we could smoothen that a little bit. Let's maybe make that a little bit smoother just in there. Kind of going up to that area. Maybe over here as well. This looks a little bit weird. Let's kind of just smooth all this out. And then I could probably put it here. My live prey, let's maybe just put it like there, I think, for now. Yeah, that should be fine. And then, like I said, I will delete maybe a section somewhere. They could maybe come from over here. They could also... Where do I want to put this? I might actually put a couple of them. Let's put one there and then one over here. So let's get our attractions. We can get a nice little viewing gallery. So we can maybe angle it like right... Like, where do I want to put this? Maybe just like that, and then I might have to move this over. I might move it over just a tiny touch, just so it's kind of out of the way a little bit, and then we'll have to fix this before it is too late. So let's connect our pylons and connect it to there, and then that should be just fine. Okay, then as far as our gate, I will have to get, I guess let's figure this out first. Let's put one of these as well. Now, I guess I could have this right there. And then I'll reconfigure my gate here to make it match up. And I think that should be pretty ideal. This one should kind of match up. But I guess just in case it doesn't, let's make sure it's nice and smooth here. So let's grab this. I can just connect it right to there. And then take this and connect it to there. That should be nice and smooth, and then this I'll just connect it kind of just like that, and then I'll come off of here and connect up to there. So that should be perfect. We are going to need power for this, so let's maybe figure out a little bit of power. Now, I guess I could have maybe put it in the zone here. Let's maybe just figure out, let's just get a little substation just for you. And see if we can put it relatively close to here. Let's maybe just take it and connect it to there. So now we have power to there. That should be absolutely perfect. And then I will need a little path or two in here. So I might take this up and kind of just through here. And let's actually widen our path a little bit. So let's kind of just go like that. And then we can kind of wrap around. And kind of just do something like, that looks a little bit weird. Let's go back one. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Let's do something like that. And then I could probably even get a couple little trees here. Let's maybe lower our radius a tiny bit. Put some nice pink trees, just so it's nice for people to walk up to this area. And then I could probably get some other trees to kind of throw in here. Some nice cherry blossom trees. I could probably put another one there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. This is kind of a back area, but we kind of got restrooms there, a couple little viewing galleries. That should actually look pretty nice, and it should be relatively set up for our velociraptors. So let's maybe see what we can do here. Let's take a look at our fossils. We can do another raptor one there. We also have these that we can get, so let's maybe go ahead and do those right away here. Let's get that kind of on the road. And then as far as our raptors, what are they at here? So we got them at a 84%. Honestly, that's kind of ideal. You don't want them absolutely perfect, otherwise they will behave themselves too much. So let's maybe do that, and let's actually modify their genome here. Let's go to your female first. Skin color, I mean, classic raptor. Let's actually go with that. But as far as our male one, I think we could probably do something really cool, like blue. You kind of got like this really light colored one. Oh my gosh, those are so cool. I might have to go with that one unless I find something else I like a little bit better. You also have these kind of mixed ones, which are absolutely insane. Okay, I might have to go with this one. That's crazy. So this one or this one. And they kind of have all the same thing. Actually, you know what I'm noticing? They got little hairs at the top of their head. This is the only one that doesn't have that. Kind of interesting. So let's maybe go with this guy. Absolutely crazy. Like, look at this thing. That's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. It's got red eyes. Are you kidding me? And then the female, we can just keep the nice classic. So I think female is kind of like that. And then the male is like this. I don't know. Let's kind of go with that. Save and exit. We got our velociraptors here. let's go ahead and get them ready to go. So we'll probably get like 4 or 5 out of the deal. So they will be ready in no time here. Okay, so select eggs. Let's definitely get a male. I could probably do a male and 2 females. They are all intolerant and aggressive. But what the heck, I'm just gonna go for it. It'd be kind of cool if you could adjust like what the females look like. The thing's absolutely crazy. So let's begin the incubation for that. And we will need a couple of doctors on the job. Okay, that should be ready in no time at all here. Let's go to our fossils. Looks like that is now done. And I bet you that this is at 100% now. So let's see. Okay, Patagotitan. Or Patagotitan. 100%. Let's go ahead and get them ready to go. And let's modify them as well. I can't imagine I'm going to get 2 of these giant things out of these incubations. So let's go with 1 male, I think would be kind of cool. Males are brand new to the game, so I really want to use them as much as possible here. Let's pick a cool color. I feel like this one's kind of cool. Kind of like that light turquoise. Actually, this is so cool. And then I really like the pattern color as well, but let's maybe see just in case. I think it's on its back. So let's go up top. Let's see what we can get here. Ooh, something like that, or that's actually kind of cool. Literally looks like the bottom of an ocean. Let's maybe go with just that one. A nice subtle, that's actually really cool. Let's lock that one in. And then I would like to get, I guess we don't really know what we're going to get. So let's just kind of do that and start that task. So here we go. We have a nice herbivore enclosure here, and then a giant velociraptor enclosure. So that should be absolutely sweet for us. And I'm going to add some more trees and some more different terrain. So don't you worry, it's going to look sweet. Let's go see our velociraptors. These guys are ready for release. Let's just go ahead and put them right into their enclosure. Don't want to put them in there. They will not do well. Let's just kind of put them as a nice little family right there. And then this big boy is ready for incubation. So let's get him. We can only get one of them, like I said, so we can actually only get... Oh, shoot. Okay, we might have to wait a little bit longer. We're gonna have to take care of our scientists first. Let's go to our scientists. Let's maybe rest you up. That'll take about 24 seconds. Might as well rest you up as well. And then we're making quite a bit of money, so I might even get another scientist or 2 here. Jessica Vasquez looks pretty good. Eric Francis, he's got really good logistics, and I feel like we could probably use that maybe. You know what? I'm going to go with you. And then I might even get... She's pretty good as well. 2 logistics. Welfare is really good, which I feel like we don't have much of. And they are actually the same. Now let's take a look at their training, or their trait story. So generalist, increase all skills by 1. Increase welfare potential by 5, and welfare skill by 3. So they can go up to 10. She can only go up to 8. Okay, I think she's probably better overall, to be honest. So let's maybe hire you. And now we have a couple more scientists to work with here. We can actually upgrade them right away, so that's kind of a nice little bonus. We can go ahead and max them out. We can also max you out. So if we're going to have you for welfare, we might as well have you very good at it. Maybe a little bit of genetics. And that should be pretty good. So we got a couple of helicopters ready for a couple of airlifts here. This is absolutely sick. Let's maybe do an expedition here. I apologize for saying sick. That's not me. That's just not me. So let's go. Let's get in something cool. I feel like another herbivore might be kind of cool. Sinoceratops. Actually, let's take a look at this. So let's go to here. And I would like to see, I guess we can't really see it yet, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer. I want to see where we're at with our, oh, looks like we have a little guest thing here. So we got some more shop amenities, which you might need more of. I feel like we could probably use a little bit more of those. Might be kind of nice. So transportation is underway. Let's see. This looks like our male. Look at that thing. Oh, that's sick. So he is going to land first. He's going to christen the area, maybe pee on a tree or two, and dominate his territory. As far as our expedition center, let's actually go to here first. Let's go to research and see what we can get. So let's go to dig sites. We got some sweet little herbivores, and I want to get like, I mean, we already have a giant dinosaur. I feel like I'd rather get something like this. What do we want to get? These things are pretty crazy. That literally looks like the scariest thing I've ever seen. We're gonna need some small ones, some tiny herbivores. Let's maybe get that one just so we can have, let's maybe put Francis on the job. I really want to get some small ones so we can make use of this little area right here. So we can have some kids come and check out that area. That'd be kind of cool.
Understanding our genomes as broadly as possible is the first step to helping the dinosaurs thrive. The new fossils we'll be able to access now build to that goal.
Thank you, doctor. Look at this. This is like my favorite enclosure ever. I feel like he's hungry right now. We don't have food? We got food there. Oh, is it not accessible? I bet you it's not accessible, so let's maybe delete that. And smooth out this area. Oh gosh, no wonder he's so mad. Let's smooth out this whole area and then see if we can put some food for him. No wonder he's so mad. So let's just put food right there. That should be accessible for him now. Look how mad he is.
Our scientists, and especially our PR team, will no doubt be delighted to have this dino in our collection. The Velociraptor is a real crowd pleaser. It's also among the cleverest of dinosaurs, so keep an eye on it.
Look at this thing.
Seriously, because it is definitely keeping an eye on us.
Yeah. You bet it is. Look at this thing. That's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. So I think the males, they do have this little hairs on top of their head. Maybe 8 hairs there is what I see. He's checking out the water for the first time. Look at him go. Absolutely epic. So let's get these guys nice and happy. As the other ones touch down, they should be nice and happy. So let's see what you need. Let's edit your environment. So as far as area, that's only the stuff that they've kind of covered, and it looks like they can get up here, which isn't good. We'll have to maybe fix that. But as far as everything else, let's go cover. Let's get a little bit more stuff here. So this is the kind of stuff they like, apparently. Let's get them some more cover. So let's put maybe some over here. Maybe kind of littered throughout here, and maybe kind of just in the water as well. And I kind of want to just decorate this a little bit more as well. Let's put some more cover. And obviously for the guests as well, just because you don't want it too open and then it's just too friendly. When you're going into a Velociraptor enclosure, you want it to be absolutely terrifying. Let's just add a little bit of cover. That should be plenty. Looks like we got maybe a little more pasture might be kind of nice. So let's maybe get some of that. Pasture. Let's maybe get some brushland. Pasture. Actually, it looks like we have too much cover maybe. So let's just throw in a little bit of this. And that's only the area that they have kind of seen. So I think they should be happy once they've explored over here. And then they need a little bit more water, actually. So let's get a little bit more water, maybe some shallow water for them. Just in this area. Let's just kind of throw in some water, maybe a little bit more deep water in some spots. Might even just go into here a little bit as well. Maybe bring it back a little bit. So that should be plenty of water for them. And I might even do a couple little areas of water, maybe just like over there, just so they have some nice drinking water. Maybe a little bit over here or something. A nice little water source. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Might even do a little bit of deep water in here, if we can. So that's not too bad. Got lots of water for them. I'm missing some more pasture, so let's get them some more pasture. Once they explore up here, I think that should be kind of solved. I would imagine. Yeah, look at him go. He's running around. So let's get lots more pasture, and then I'm gonna have to smooth out a couple of these areas if possible. Okay, that should probably be enough pasture for them. Okay, now they're nice and happy. Everything else looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna smooth out a couple of these areas. So like this one doesn't look super ideal. It looks like we got like a storm coming in or something. Okay. Looks like the air kind of changed. Oh yeah, we got some big waves here. Might be having a storm coming. You never know. So we might have to open some of these emergency bunkers. Oh, dinosaurs fighting? Oh my gosh. We have our first fight. Where's the other one? Oh, he's in the tree. Oh, the females are fighting. I guess some of them are aggressive, so it's bound to happen. But yeah, I'll see who wins this fight. We got our first fight. Probably one of many. Looks like they're already done. Well, that was kind of lame. I can't imagine they are unhappy. Looks like they're 100% thriving. But they are indeed aggressive. So that is not good. Oh gosh. They're doing their best. You know, I might even add another little waterfall over here. What do I want to do? I'm kind of happy with this, honestly. And then I think they can get up here, so I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Make it a little bit higher and tougher to get up. Something like that. Maybe a little bit higher there. That's probably pretty good. So they have tranquilized all of those. One animal that probably won't... Wait, what? Oh, it got destroyed? What do I do? How do I... Oh, buy a new vehicle, I guess? Yeah, let's buy another one. Those poor dinosaurs. So that should be fine. And actually, I kind of want these to breed. Have I gotten that yet? So let's maybe go to enclosures here. Would it be a medium one? I think it maybe a medium one. I could probably put this maybe kind of back where they're not. I'm gonna have to fix some of these areas. This is so bad. I need to smooth this out. It is so not smooth. Let's maybe smooth some of this out as well. And then still put some water in here if possible. Kind of just like that. That's actually pretty cool. Like that. So they can go that way. And then they also have this giant area if they'd like. I feel like that's pretty cool. There should be plenty of water. And now they should be... Yeah, they're waking up. They're nice and happy, which is kind of nice. Okay, that should be perfect. Let's put their nesting area... Maybe just like I said, I don't want it right in the middle of... Let's maybe put it up here. And then we can create a little bit of a plan. So let's select a male and a female. Let's go you, and I don't know where's the females? Or are they knocked out? Yeah, they're still knocked out. So we'll have to fix that once these girls wake up. And while she is waking up, let's go take a look at these poor dinosaurs. I maybe should have taken a little bit more time to incubate them properly, but this guy... Wait, where's our big boy here? Oh, there we go. Select eggs. Let's go a male, begin incubation, and we need quite a bit here. Literally just her is almost enough, so she was well worth the hire. And let's see what else we can get here. So Gallimimus, Raptor, Triceratops. Let's try and get better. I'd like to add them to that one as well. So let's go Triceratops. And I don't know if we have any other ones. We got maybe one more. So we could do that one, and maybe let's make the Velociraptor a little bit happier. We might have to replace some of them. Let's do that, and then let's maybe go to our expedition center, because we may have to send them on another one. We got our Dilophosaurus. Where's another Triceratops? One. Filters applied. I don't think we have any filters. Let's go... I guess I probably should. Let's go species type herbivore. And then that can kind of only show what we need. We got another Triceratops there, so let's go ahead and do that one. That should probably be pretty good. I'm a little bit sad that this guy's just forever knocked out. Like, that's just kind of sad. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off or something. I might have to kind of see, but as far as this, expedition complete. Okay, that's ready to go. I think we got some more fossils here. So let's sell those, 130,000. That's actually pretty good. Let's get our Triceratops nice and happy here. So let's do that one. And honestly, I need some more genetic traits for our scientists if possible. And we also had, so our dig site, what was our, what are these little guys? So Microceratus. I want some cool little things. So let's maybe get something like that. So Microceratus, I think we can even go by their size. So let's go herbivore. There's gotta be a size. So what about Microceratus Guanlong? Let's maybe just get that one just because it's 2 for 1. So let's start that expedition. And we are going to need to make our next habitat. I don't really love the way this is so closed off, but it's kind of near the coast. I feel like it's kind of cool. And I'm a little bit sad that they can't see over the fence. What I could do maybe is bring this paleo facility, kind of tuck it in the corner instead. I think I might do that. So let's move it just over here. Like I could probably put it right in the corner like that. And obviously I'm going to need some power going to there. And let's grab, I guess what we'll have to do is replace this. So let's replace that one and then turn it off. And then we can take this kind of just through here. And it would be nice to kind of have another little viewing area over here maybe. So I could probably go through here nonetheless, and then maybe wrap around this way. It's very uneven. I'm going to have to smoothen that out. And then as far as our facility path, let's maybe just come right off of here. And then we can go back one here, and then I can just connect right to there. Okay, that should be pretty good. And then I need to smooth this out because someone's going to break an ankle somewhere. So let's smooth this out. Maybe this nice big area like that. And then I can get a couple more little enclosures in here, I think. Let's do something like that. And then I would also like to have a little viewing gallery. Maybe just like that. Let's see, where can we get this? I could probably put it like right there even. And then I'm gonna have to smooth this out. Smooth that out a little bit. Let's see. I could be able to get a path in here. I don't really know. Let's just throw one in here. That is less than ideal. So I may have to flatten this terrain. No, don't want that. Gotta smooth this out. Honestly, that might be the best we can kind of do based on where the fence is. So let's just roll with it. Hopefully people don't break an ankle or something, and then we're gonna need some power over here. So as far as our power, let's actually check this out. So how are we doing with this? Power usage, 67 out of 90. That's probably pretty good, I would say. That's not bad at all. And I could probably even get a whole another area for power. Let's maybe put that one there. Then we can connect that. Actually, this doesn't really need to be here anymore. Let's just delete that. And then we could add in our pylons. Maybe just a little bit neater. And then we could add another one of these. So let's just kind of put it there. And then we're going to put this maybe kind of just like that. Go a little bit further, then we can connect to there. So that's perfect. And then I guess we need to connect this as well. Connect that, and now we have power to both those things. So now we have another little viewing area. These guys should now be ready for release. So this is going to be absolutely crazy. And in fact, what I might do is let's do a cool little release here, and let's check out this bad boy. Oh my gosh. You mean to tell me you just fed this thing until it grew to full size? Like, you can't even fit out of it. I honestly don't think he's going to be able to fit out the gate. What the heck? You mean to tell me these things existed? That thing is ridiculous. Why is it so big? Okay, this is a new star of our park. You're going to be able to see him from space. Look at that thing. Wow. Kind of speechless, not going to lie. All I can think about is getting impaled on one of his little spine spikes. That's kind of crazy. Don't think about it anymore. Okay, this thing is ready to rumble here, so let's
enormous
check
Patagotitan,
this thing out.
one of the largest animals
Oh my
ever
gosh.
to roam the earth. They might seem intimidating and huge, but these animals are actually gentle herbivores. Give them their space, treat them right, and they'll absolutely amaze our guests.
Like, look at its footprints. That's enough to just, like, send a car flying. Okay, that thing's huge. So we're going to have to tranquilize that. And let's see, where's our nearest one? Vehicle under threat, what's new? Oh, they're probably trying to tranquilize this thing. So let's add another task. Let's go tranquilize this thing as well. At least it should be nice for our guests. And honestly, what I might do, now that these are tranquilized, we have our males. I'm going to keep the male. But I think I want to... What's this thing's traits? So let's maybe go to here. So dislikes. I don't really think it has anything bad. Okay, intolerant. 200% chance to attack raider teams. So we're going to have to maybe do something about that. This one, I think what I might do... Let's go ahead and rewild that one. I'm going to keep this male just because it's really cool. Because now I think our velociraptors are a little bit healthier. Synthesized dinosaurs. Yeah, they're up to 92%. Let's maybe even see if we can get them higher than that. So let's go to fossils. Okay, that is the right thing that we got. So that's pretty cool. We also have these things, which are ridiculous looking. Triceratops. Let's maybe do... these little guys. Actually, not that one. Let's do a Triceratops. And maybe... yeah, what the heck? Let's do that as well. Okay, that takes 3. Let's do that. Oh, this poor guy. That's enough to concuss that thing. Okay, let's transport you to your new enclosure. I think this is the right one. Let's put you right there. Hopefully that's enough space. And honestly, I might have to expand this a little bit. So let's just leave this open for now. Might have to make it a little bit bigger. We'll have to kind of see. We don't have any power over here. Oh, that was kind of an issue. So let's maybe replace this with that. And then we can maybe fix this. So let's just get rid of that and then we can fix it. Okay, there we go. Now we have power again. Okay, that thing is going to be transported. And now we have to go to here. And then I would like to tranquilize our female. Wherever you are, that's our male. And our female is up here climbing trees. Let's tranquilize her. And then I would like to relocate her. And then maybe get a couple of more velociraptors if we can. We got this one. Let's go to this dig site again. And I think we should be able to do something. Oh, this thing. Literally bigger than the helicopter. There's no way this thing can carry that. Ain't no way. That's crazy though. That thing's huge. So we're making some pretty good money at least. Our park rating is going higher. What I'd like to do is see if we can get some better attractions here. So we can have like a little viewing gallery maybe. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get rid of this. And that, and I'm going to get a little area. First I'm going to see if this is big enough just for this thing, because I need a giant area for these things if possible. In fact, I'm going to do this. I don't need this power anymore. And I'm just going to have to fix a couple of these things. I may end up expanding this. So environmental needs, it looks like it's enough area just for the one dinosaur, which obviously we're going to have a bunch of different herbivores here. It looks like a decent amount of area actually. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to expand this a little bit. Just kind of from here. and then hope he's pretty big. Hopefully he can't get out here. I'm just gonna take it this way. We got a dinosaur threat here, and I'm just gonna go up a little bit and then kind of come in and connect to like there maybe. I don't think they can really get out, so we'll have to kind of see. I don't think they can get out of there. I guess let's just make sure they can't. Let's raise that up a tiny bit more. And then I'm even gonna take, maybe this water kind of have another little area for water over here, might be kind of cool. And I'm just gonna connect it up to there. Maybe kind of do something like that. It says this thing is dangerous right now, but it should be fine now. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more water, just kind of in this area. Then I'd love to get a nice little area in here. Let's maybe smooth out a couple areas. Just like that, smooth it out. And then I want to get a track going through here. So let's go attractions. We can get this thing, so we're remote viewing entrance. So we don't want that yet. I would like to get maybe something like this, or these little gyro stations. Obviously a balloon tour might be kind of cool. We got our Jurassic tour and our park tour. So an attraction to build through enclosures and aviators for dinosaur visibility. An attraction to build through enclosures, aviators, okay, so it's basically the same thing. So best for herbivores. Best for herbivores. Tours also improve transport rating by reduce the distance. Okay. Tours also improve. So it's literally just whatever you want. So I might actually try and get this thing. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So I might have to put this thing like over here. Okay, that's just for the, oh no, that is where it comes out and comes back in. That's probably fine. I'm actually gonna put it over here instead. Let's maybe see if we can put it on this flat area. I feel like this might be a pretty good spot for that, maybe. Let's see. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. And then they should be able to kind of come back and around. Okay, let's add some paths in here. Now I think we should be able to fix some of this. Let's maybe just connect up to there. And I might replace some of this because I'm going to take this off and go that way. So let's just kind of do that. And then we can kind of just go out and go that way for now. So that should be fine. Okay, now we'll need a path for this as well. Let's keep a medium path, just connect up to there, and we're going to need some power for this thing. Now, I might even be able to just move this to be able to get both of them. So let's move that. Let's see if I can. That should be good. Let's check this. Let's connect this up. Connect it there. And now we need to set up our track. So let's edit our route. So obviously we can kind of just go this way. And I need this to be somewhat... There's a lot of water in here. Okay, we might have to fix this. We have so much water. So let's maybe just get rid of some. We don't need that much water. And I could probably even fix some of this. Let's actually make all of this land, if possible. And then I might still put some deep water. Kind of just for a nice big area for them. Maybe some shallow water. Kind of at the edges. Okay, that should be pretty good. Before I do anything, let's make sure this guy's nice and happy. Looks like he's got more than enough area. Pretty good coverage. We just need some tall fiber and some tall fruit. So tall fiber, tall fruit. This actually has basically everything that they would need. And let's put this basically everywhere that there isn't something else. So let's just kind of put some in here. That's probably quite a bit. Now let's put some of these in here. And then we can mix in some of these as well. Okay, should be nice and happy. So we need a little bit more tall fiber now. Let's put in a little bit more of that. And we got lots of coverage. So let's just kind of put lots of this stuff everywhere if we can. And as far as water, so they got probably too much water. So let's even get rid of some of this, because there's a lot of area that I just can't put other stuff. So that's probably pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's good. And I think we should be nice and happy now, so they can kind of eat. And they're 100% thriving, so we're going to need to connect this thing up now. So let's get a nice little route. So let's maybe start off of here. And then they can probably go like up this way. Maybe kind of go next to the water, and then maybe kind of just through here. Next to the viewing area. Go all the way up here and maybe just wrap around and do a nice little loop. Probably even a loop back through here. Kind of just do something like this. And then connect up right to there. So we have our that set up now. And they should be able to do our nice little tours. They're nice and happy. Actually missing some more tall fiber. Okay, we're missing a little bit more tall fiber actually. So let's get some more of that. And we have a lot of these areas that I think our track kind of messed up. So that should be pretty good now, I think. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get a couple more herbivores in that enclosure now. I think we should have plenty of space. So let's see what we have for this. I want a Triceratops, 98%. Can we get that to 100? I mean, there's not really any point, but if we can, we might as well. Let's sell those. We got more Velociraptors. I think this is the last one that we can do. And then we can do some more Raptor stuff, maybe a little bit of that. We might as well get it to 100%. And then our Triceratops will be nice and happy. I can also get some other little fossils. Like I want to get these little guys. Where are they? I might have to get another thing of them. Let's see. Where are these tiny little things? I thought I got them. Let's go herbivore. I'm working on these guys. They're 49% right now, so I might have to get them a little bit higher. Let's maybe do another expedition. I could do that again. I could also do, what's it called? A Microceratus. I wish it could go by size. A Microceratus. Okay, well, I'm just going to do the same one, because that is good enough. And that I can hopefully get it to 100% based off of that. So now that fossil extraction is done. And let's see what else we can get done here. So Velociraptor, I want to get them to 100% now. And let's just do as much as we can. Let's just put you on there. That's probably fine. Okay. That is pretty good. And now I think, let's maybe speed this up till we get our Velociraptor ready to go, because I want to get some more of those in that enclosure. Okay, let's see. They probably should be 100% now. Let's do all Velociraptor 100%. That is perfect. Now we can begin that task. Let's just put that doctor on there. Or scientist, sorry. And then we should have, we got these guys, which are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting them. Like they're basically a feathery, furry Velociraptor. So they're kind of interesting. Is that literally what they are? Like, even kind of walk similar. They're huge. Okay. They're weird looking. Triceratops. I think we could probably get them ready to go now. 100% genome. Let's get them ready to rumble. So we got our Velociraptors. They're ready for incubation. I might do maybe... We could do... I don't want any that are mean. Actually, what are they? Intolerant, aggressive. This one's pretty good. I might kind of roll the dice here. Let's go with just the one for now, because I would like to get ones that are well behaved. And let's get a Triceratops. So what we can do with their aggressive, of course. Oh gosh, and intolerant. Honestly, that's probably fine. Let's get a male and a female. What are they going to do? Attack the Patagotitan? Okay, let's lock that in. Begin incubation. And then we can do that. So that should go smoothly. And I want to research a little bit more. We got a couple more things here. We got these little guys. Do that. And let's do all of those if possible. Okay, throw you on there. And then as far as research, I need to get a couple other things. So hybrids I could do something with, gene modification, medicine, enclosures. There's lots of stuff that we could get. Let's maybe go with some more guests. So I could get a monorail if I wanted. Let's maybe go back. What about attractions? I want something cool. So let's go with this one. Because I would like a zipline. I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay, it looks like we had a couple of things done. Let's go to here. Our Velociraptor is ready for release. So let's take just this one. Oh my gosh, look at them all. Those tiny little things. We got a bunch of those, which is kind of cool. Let's get our V-Raptors in here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to release this one into the wild. So where's our female? They're both dead. They're probably fighting. So let's rewild her. A little bit sad, but let's keep just him. And then we kind of have... Actually, what we could do, just a male and female. And then I could get them both. What the heck is happening here? Oh, those are doors from vehicles. That's interesting. So our Velociraptor should come into here. And let's get our other dinosaur ready to go here. Triceratops. So let's release you. And then we could probably breed them as well if I wanted. Let's put you in there. Why did it have that little dash? Is this thing in a lull? Or it's just kind of eating? Nice and happy. So hopefully our other herbivores don't cramp its style. But I definitely want lots more dinosaurs if I can. I need some more attractions if I can. So let's this thing's operational. I may have to do a... Where's our thing here? We got maintenance team. Let's grab you. And you can go do a little bit of maintenance. You can fix that thing. And a couple other things. Let's maybe do that and that. That's probably good. And then as far as this, let's go to operations and let's get a couple of maintenance posts. So I guess let's just put a maintenance post there. There, and all the places that need one. Let's kind of just do that. And, oh, apparently this thing's out. So let's maybe do that as well. Actually, let's maybe put it here instead. And then I think our whole park should be covered. We got a couple of maintenance posts here. Let's do one there. One there. And then where's all our other maintenance posts? I might have to get another one, to be honest. I could probably have a maintenance facility over here even. Which I might do just because we ran out of slots. So let's go ahead and go to our operations maintenance facility. I'm just going to get one of these right over here.
Even the most casual of enthusiasts know of the Triceratops. Although primarily used for display and establishing dominance within their herd, those infamous horns can be deadly when necessary.
Yeah, I'm just going to move a couple of things around here. I might be able to kind of put that back there. And then I can take my pylons and kind of move them around here. So let's go to here. Go all the way around back. Kind of just like that, and then connect up to there. Oh, I think I missed. Okay, there we go. And now we have another maintenance post here. So let's assign one to there. That should be nice and simple. And no power over here, hey? Oh, that's because I moved that. Oh gosh, okay. I might have to just put one here. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. These guys, oh, we got our little tours going on. Check this out. That is terrifying. Are you kidding me? There is no way you could even pay me to get on this car. Look at that thing. You could literally eat it. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. So these guys, let's make them a little bit happier. Let's see. Are they nice and happy? Look at this thing. That is cool. And in fact, I might have to smooth this area out. It looks like it's kind of a little bit bumpy. So let's maybe smooth some of these areas out. Let's kind of do, I might even do just like a bigger radius here. And kind of just smooth it all out. If possible. Kind of just like that. Should be a little bit easier on their knees. Okay. This guy is ready to go. Missing ground fiber. So let's make you happy. You would like some more ground fiber. We can put some more of these in here and that should be nice and happy, and I think he's now happy. So they should be a cohabitation issue. Whoa. Oh, it doesn't like the Patagotitan? Well, that's no good. Well, what the heck? Let's maybe go to here and see what it dislikes. Oh, it doesn't like sauropods, so that's not good. Scorpius Rex, obviously. It kind of likes literally everything except for these. That's kind of insane. They might have to just learn to get along. I'm not gonna lie. This one seems fine. It's just that one that doesn't like the Patagotitan. Okay, that's interesting. Go figure. Oh, we got some more fighting dinosaurs here. So we have an issue. If they're fighting, I can't imagine they will want to breed. And what's with fighting in this bush? That's where all the fights take place. Let's see who wins here. Okay, that was a draw. Oh, they're still fighting. Oh, they're happy again. Okay, well, we could probably get them breeding after their first fight as a married couple. Let's get them breeding and start that program. So inheritable traits, they might be a little bit unhappy, but let's just do it anyway, because whatever, because Jurassic Park, that's why. This is a very cool area. I actually really like this. In fact, what I might do, let's make this even cooler. Let's raise this area up. And I'd kind of like to make this like one... let's maybe lower that a little bit. I don't want to enclose this a little bit more. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do. What do I want to do? What's my life? Let's maybe close that in a little bit. I know what I'm thinking. Let's just erase that. Shoop, shoop, shoop. Okay, go back. We have lots of guests, which is kind of nice. Let's actually check our guests. So we got 17% total dinosaur appeal. I don't know how the heck do you need 11,000 dinosaurs? Number of different species. We need some more of those. Number of guests. So we could probably increase our species a little bit here. Let's do that. We got these little guys. I could probably get them. I can't imagine they will be too... Like 6. What are they gonna do? Kids could literally just like kick this thing. Let's modify their genome. Females, we could probably do like a cool... Oh my gosh. Let's maybe do that. That's pretty cool actually. And then these guys, I could probably do something cool. Oh my gosh. Love this game. Okay, save and exit. We got more velociraptors. I might get another one, but I kind of want them to breed. I wouldn't mind them breeding. And in fact, let's maybe try just to get a tolerant male. That's all I really want. And then these guys, I guess if we can, let's see if we can make them a little bit better. So we got, yeah, let's just do those last two, I guess. And then let's do one last expedition just for these little guys. I think I could probably improve them a little bit. Let's start that task. These guys are ready to go. So we have literally just one slot here that looks like it's gonna behave. So let's put a male there. Begin that incubation. And let's do it before the other one's a mate. Because that's going to be an issue if they mate and then all of a sudden we've got tons of bad dinosaurs. So let's add a task here. Let's go to our male and let's take him out. Let's just speed this up a little bit just so they can come over here. Do a little bit of a tranquilization. I don't know if they've mated yet. I guess we'll kind of have to see. They got terrible aim. Okay. Let's transport you back to the wild. And now this little guy should be ready to release. So let's grab him. Release him via airlift and they should get along swellingly, I would imagine. It basically tells you what they wouldn't get along with. Oh! Would these guys get along? That'd be so cool. Look how many there is of them. Okay, well let's get you right in there. I actually wonder. Let's click on one of these little guys. Look how many there is. They're just everywhere. Oh, little baby ones. What the heck? Look at this thing. That's the cutest thing I have ever seen. So let's actually see what they like. So they like... they basically just don't like Indoraptors. And Indominus Rex, obviously, they just eat them. It looks like they're fine with most carnivores. So honestly, I might be able to put a Velociraptor in here. Let's maybe... Yeah, they basically just don't like... Maybe see if we can click on one of them. Basically just click anywhere and you'll find one. So they like all carnivores. They don't like the Indominus or Indoraptor or Scorpius Rex. So basically anything else we could throw in here if we wanted. And it looks like they have breeded even more. Oh man, they're just pumping them out. I think they have tons of area as well. Yeah, they got lots of area. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a bigger dinosaur for that. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. So let's go to our maybe even research. Let's go to dig sites. I want to get some cool dinosaurs. Like these guys would be kind of cool. Actually, you know what'd be sweet? I'm gonna get these guys instead. Where are they? So we got these little guys. Let's do that. And basically all of those. And that should get us to 100%. Let's do that. What we have are these guys. And I kind of want to see them in my park. These Guanlongs. And we can actually get a couple of them. Let's go males. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's a must. I'm already peaked. It's done. I don't really need to see anything else. Like these guys are so like a little bit of a lighter color maybe. But so cool. Okay, I gotta go with that, especially for the male. And I could do like different colors. Oh my gosh. So what's the stock one that we have? They got the blue one. I could probably, you gotta go like black on black. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. A nice blacked out look. And then females, we can make them look a little bit brighter, maybe a nice contrast, maybe like a white with some kind of cool mix. Let's maybe do like that. That yellow was kind of cool. Let's maybe do something like that. Something simple. And actually look at the difference in them. This guy's got like a bigger horn or whatever you want to call that. Okay, that's probably fine. Let's get some of them going. And I wouldn't mind having a male and a female. Let's maybe put you on that task. That thing's going to be ready in no time, and it's already ready to go. So we can get maybe one male. Just maybe one male and one female is probably fine. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. And actually, I think the female might be a little bit bigger. I can't really tell. For some reason, it seems bigger to me. Let's go ahead and do that. Begin incubation. And then we can get some of them coming in. And then I think these little guys are also ready to go. It's still 76%. Oh, it's still not done. Fossil extraction complete. So now it should be good. 100%. There we go. Look at these things. So we already have them set up. Let's begin that. And let's just get whoever we can muster. And then I want to release these things. So I think they should be good in here. And it should even be a decent amount of space for them. And if it's not, we'll have to kind of reconsider. But let's just get like, let's get a male, maybe a female. These are so cool. Let's do a male, maybe two males and a female. Let's do something like that. And then we can have our little petting zoo. So I think that should be kind of nice. And I think these are already ready to go. So let's get them out into the wild. Our furry velociraptors. That should be kind of cool. Here comes our Guanlong. One of them at least. I think there's two coming. A male and a female. So here comes the other one. They're actually pretty small. Let's actually compare the size. I should put them in the same enclosure. The velociraptors. Can't imagine they would get along, but they should be able to get along. Who knows? They basically look the same. So let's see this thing touch that. Look at their tail. I think this is our male, I think. This thing is so cool. Check this thing out.
Beautiful dinosaur. Its name? Guanlong. Roughly translates as crown dragon from Chinese. Makes sense too, because that impressive nasal crest shows that this animal is something special. It's an amazing addition to the site, so let's try and give it the royal treatment, right?
Dang, look at this thing. It's absolutely incredible. So they're about the same size as a Velociraptor, I'd say. Actually very, very cool. So here comes our first little one. I don't think they got some comfort issues, so this actually might be the biggest challenge. They haven't explored a whole lot of the area, but that should be fine. Cover and all that pasture. So let's actually see if we can get these guys happy. Let's do cover first. Now we could probably put a little bit kind of just around here, maybe. Have a little bit extra cover, maybe kind of just around here as well. But I don't want to go with all of that one. So let's actually do some like autumn. Have some different colors in here. A little bit of color pop. That's actually kind of nice. That's probably pretty good for cover and basically what they have explored. So let's go with some pasture now. Maybe kind of just in this area. Kind of just like that. And then I could probably... obviously I have to keep that semi-open. Okay, based on what they've explored now, I think they should be fine. Hopefully they don't eat these eggs. That would actually suck. And then we need a little bit more water, but they have yet to explore this area. I'm just going to speed this up and wait till they can explore. Actually, can they get out of this? Major design flaw. Oh, he has gotten out. He's gotten out. He's out. He is out. So moving to nest. With a little bit of life in here. Let's see. I'm assuming they mean this nest. Yeah, look at him. Look at these little guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome
oh my gosh.
to the park.
I kind of want one. You just want a little pet? I wonder, like, you could take,
One of our juvenile
could sleep with
dinosaurs
them,
is all grown up.
go for walks, put a little,
Thank you,
that'd be so cool. Always
for giving it an
panicking,
environment
following
where
the
it can
dinosaurs, we
grow
got
and
little
prosper.
ones. Okay, very, very nice. So these guys, what's wrong with this? Infected food source, that's not good. So you may have to maybe resupply. Maybe kind of fix that. So we might have to kind of fix that. So let's go research. We gotta go to medicine. I don't know if infected food source can really be tuberculosis. No, that's not really that. So I think they should be able to kind of just fix this potentially. So they might kind of come over here and fix that maybe. So we got more little babies of those. These guys seem pretty happy actually. They have discovered their water. They got lots of pasture now. Lots of cover, so they should be pretty happy. Adult population, they might even want another one. Now, we got a male and a... where's our female one? Here's our female one, I think, right here. So they could mate. We could definitely... oh, yeah, we got some research there. Let's get I think a medium nesting area. We can just put that right... maybe not over there. Let's just put it... maybe we can kind of buy the other one, maybe. We can put it right there, maybe. Let's create a plan. Now let's get some babies going here. So we can start that program and get that going here. Have some baby Guanlongs. And I want to take a closer look at these things. Like, look at these. They're absolutely crazy. I think a little bit bigger than a Velociraptor. Definitely cool. Probably just as deadly. And they seem to be nice and happy with our other dinosaurs, so that's kind of cool. Let's check over here. This guy looks like a kind of a little bit of a troublemaker, but he's having a big comfort issue, so I might have to even just get rid of him. He really doesn't like Patagotitan. Basically likes or dislikes everything due to aggressive traits, so let's get rid of him. Unfortunately, let's just release him into the wild, where he can just be mean to everything else. So let's go ahead and tranquilize that. And then over here, I think we should have our raptors. Let's see if we can find them. So we're both up here. They should be nice and happy. Looks like they're not even attacking this truck, which is kind of nice. In fact, that's definitely nice. So let's create a plan now. So there we go. We can do that. Let's just put whoever on there. That's probably fine. Okay, very nice. And I could probably even expand a little bit more. We're coming over to tranquilize this guy, so I might as well get that finished. And actually, these guys get to see a cool little sight. I wanted to kind of see that, but that's fine. Let's rewild that one. And now we can kind of just keep this other Triceratops wherever it is. Let's maybe see where he is. There he is. Let's check out him. Our Triceratops, our female ones, you look nice and happy. Yeah, I guess that other one just doesn't like the Patagotitan just because it hates everything. Okay, new eggs in our medium nesting area. Oh my gosh, they are efficient. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have some babies of them, so that'll be kind of cool. And then we'll have some Velociraptor babies. That'll also be nice. Where else could we expand? Like, there's not a whole lot of space here. Yeah, all that is out of bounds. Could maybe expand over here, but this is kind of strictly a staff area. But we also have some of these little guys that we can release. So let's go ahead and get them into their enclosure. And actually this is cool because they can come into that tiny little viewing area. So that'll be interesting. What I might do is kind of fix this. So let's maybe replace this just with that. I don't want a whole medium one. Let's maybe do a small. And then I'd like to just take a path right off of here. And I can kind of just go right through the middle and connect to that side, but this is kind of an issue. Let's fix that. Let's just connect to there instead, just to kind of bridge the gap. That should be pretty good. Okay, let's maybe figure out another enclosure. I could probably put one kind of just in this area. Kind of nice to have just like its own little thing. I also have a couple other attractions, and I really want to get this zip line through here. So I feel like our zip line can maybe go... Oh, you got to put a zip line over top of this thing. Absolutely have to. So let's maybe put it... That's kind of in the way. I might have to maybe put it... Let's maybe put it like right here. How do I do this? I'm going to get this zip line here, and then I can put the other side just like this. Then we can literally have a zip line go right across this thing. That's going to be crazy. So let's take it this way. This is a little bit of an issue. So I might have to replace just a small section of that. Turn that off, and then we need a path going from here. And obviously people need to be able to get off of here. So let's move this thing. And basically anywhere else. And I guess we might need power to that as well. So let's just put it there. That should be fine. And then I can maybe connect this back up. Right to there, connect to there. And then we need a path for this. And then we can just connect it right up to there. And then I will have to replace all of this with maybe a medium. We'll just kind of allow that. So that should be fine. Okay, now we have a wicked zipline. Look at this. That's crazy. Going right over top of this thing. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's going to have to make the thumbnail. Or the, okay, let's ride this thing. How do we ride it? Let's ride this thing. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely crazy. What a perfect spot to put the zipline, by the way. That's so cool. Okay, sweet little zipline. Now we need to get another little enclosure. So let's figure that out first. Actually, we got these little... Let's figure these things out first. So they got... Look at how tiny they are. That's so cool. So they need... a little bar of ground leaf. Okay, let's maybe get some of that. There's nothing for them to really eat. Let's grab some ground leaf. And that's probably more than enough for them. And I need a little bit of water, but they should be able to discover that over here. So that should be just fine. They should be nice and happy once they discover that water. Let's get another enclosure right in here. So let's actually figure out what we want to put in there first. I feel like we need another big dinosaur. Maybe another dig site. Let's go. We've got these large ones, tiny carnivores, medium. Let's go another large one. So we got quite a bit actually, and I'd like to even get We got these pescivores, omnivore dig sites. Aren't these things huge? Let's just go with another large carnivore. So let's see what we can get for that. Let's go to our expedition and let's go to carnivore, duration, cost, scientists. So I think that's fine. This is what we have. So we got those. Carnotaurus. Those are pretty cool. Trudon T-Rex would be cool, but it's pretty mainstream. Let's maybe do this. Let's get a medium one. So we got Allosaurus, Albertosaurus, lots of cool ones. I feel like that fuzzy one would be kind of cool. Keep calling them fuzzy ones. Let's go with that. And we can get a few scientists on the go here. That's probably pretty good. That's definitely enough. And I want to get that fuzzy one. Okay, so they should be ready to go. Let's see if we can... What was the name of that one? Let's go back here. Dig sites. So it is, I think, the Concavinator. I gotta make sure. Yeah, it's the Utyrannus. So let's go with that. Utyrannus, let's go to Exposition. Let's go to our Carnivore. And they should be around here somewhere. Utyrannus, let's get that. Let's just put Jones on the job. Yeah, let's get that done. And then we also have some other... I guess we don't have any fossils ready to go, so we will have to do a couple more expeditions. Let's get an enclosure just ready for them. So let's go a nice gate here, and we could probably just turn it. I might even have it just like... Obviously, people want to be able to see this, so I'm just going to take this... Maybe put my gate... kind of just over here, maybe. I feel like that's probably fine. And then we can get a nice big gate. No point in messing around. We could take it all the way up here and give them a nice big area to kind of roam here. I feel like this would be kind of cool, actually. Let's take it this way and then connect it right up to maybe like there. I could probably do that, and then I think it should be enclosed, and then I'll just take this. And actually, what I'll have to do first, let's get this first. Let's go to attractions. We want a viewing gallery for these guys. So this could literally just connect up right to there. And then we can just connect right up to there. And then I might even just take this and terrain too steep. Yeah, that does look a little bit too steep. So let's smooth this out a little bit here. That should be fine. Then you should be able to see quite a bit here. They can't see a whole lot just because I might have to mess with the terrain a little bit. So let's figure that out. Let's just come right off of here. And then they can kind of just stop right there. And then that should be enclosed. And then I'm going to need some power over here as well. So I might have to figure out... I might move that. I think that would be pretty good. Put it
okay, now you're breeding velociraptors.
Right there.
Well,
that's
as far
perfect.
as I know, they were the first dinosaur that bred in the wild, despite Dr. Wu's insistence that no modern dinosaur ever would. You know, it seemed so very, very terrifying at the time. Who knew that greater global chaos would soon follow? Well, I suppose I did.
Okay, let's do this. I don't think they should be able to escape that now. Let's kind of build that up a little bit. We got a little bit of a waterfall here, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to expand on that. Let's make it a little bit bigger. We can kind of take this whole area out like this. And I kind of want a bigger waterfall if I can. Maybe just like that. And then I'm just going to delete a couple of these trees. Actually, I kind of liked that. That was pretty cool. Nice rock right in the middle. That's actually a nice little one. So I would also like more of a viewing area. So this actually might be a nice area to have like a hot water balloon tour. And kind of wrap around here, maybe come this way. So let's maybe get that attraction. So let's get the hot water balloon. attraction. We can kind of just connect it right up to there. I might have to reconfigure my lines here. They will definitely be a problem. So let's maybe just take it over here and see if we can do this the safe way. That should be just fine. And then we need to do a little bit of a route for this. So let's go off of here. Let's go right over top of this whole thing. And you don't want it going right over top because then they can't actually see that. So let's just go this way. If you go to the side, they should be able to actually see it. And then maybe kind of just... let's just do a giant loop around here. Right over top of this. Maybe over top of this as well. And then we can kind of just loop back. Right to there. So that should be fine. Okay, we got a little hot water balloon tour now. And that gives an excuse for people to come way the heck over here. The other thing we need is, let's take a look at our management views. Let's go bathrooms. So bathrooms are pretty good over here. We got decent coverage. I will need another one over here, so let's get one. Just in this area. Where the heck is our... here's our restroom. So this should be good. Maybe even like right across from that. So that should be pretty ideal. A restroom's emergency shelter, which we may need one kind of just over here. So I'm going to put one just over here. And having one like right there should be pretty good. Let's just allow all these people to come to here. And then I might actually replace this with a bigger path. That probably makes a little bit more sense. So let's maybe check that out. I probably could add a little path going through here as well, but I think that should be fine. Okay, it says it's fine. We got lots of mail and oh my gosh, look at how many little dinosaurs. Actually, that's a nice view to be able to see where your dinosaurs are. That's nice to know. As far as transport, could be a little bit better. This is kind of far for people to walk. Now, I may be able to take a path through here, maybe? No, just barely can, maybe. But I'd have to move my science center. No, I'm just going to leave that. I actually don't mind that. I may have to maybe get like a monorail system, which wouldn't be too hard to do. But I might have to add something like that. Amenity coverage. So this is kind of the issue here. So let's get some of those. Let's get some amenities. We are going to need maybe, probably even replace these ones. These are just small amenities. They're making quite a bit of money. Let's maybe do some more small ones. I could probably have maybe one like right there. I could have a food amenity kind of over here. And maybe a drink one just on the other side of that. Just kind of put that there, and then I need to put some trees in here. Let's maybe do like some nice autumn trees. At first I'll kind of just litter the whole area with these, and then I'll be able to mix in some other ones. But yeah, this is quite bare looking actually, and I don't mean grizzly bear. And let's kind of just put some of these in here. I feel like that kind of makes it a little more inviting rather than like, oh my gosh, run away from dinosaurs that are trying to kill you. Maybe get some of those, maybe some more like woodland trees. Something like that. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, lots of trees, and I'm gonna have to set these up. Let's go, let's change our product. And based on what we have here, it looks like we want to have... what do we have more of? Let's actually check this out. So based on our guests, let's go to economy. So we got kind of a nice mix. We got more of these guys and more of these guys. So green and gray is what I'm going to use to go off of that. So let's change our product. We want probably milkshakes. or if you can go based off of satisfaction, I think milkshakes would probably be the best. And then let's change our features. Let's get this up as high as we can. Fish tank is probably good. That takes us to a 96% satisfied. And that's probably pretty good. Profit is pretty good. Honestly, I could get some medium ones, but I think I'd rather have small ones kind of just spread out everywhere. And then we got these. We can go... Let's maybe do ice cream. And we could have something good here. Statue. That takes us to 97%. That's pretty good. 42%, $42,000 profit. And then over here, let's do fossilized teeth, and we can do maybe a statue and a play area. Okay, perfect. So now we have a little bit more amenity coverage, and we'll probably need even a little bit more. We got decent over here. We're gonna need some amenity coverage over here, which I may even put a monorail station over here. We also need some power to this, which, are we just out of power? Yeah, we're at 90. Shoot. Okay, so we might have to even add another one of these backup generator. Let's do another giant station over here. So we could probably put it like right there. And then we can just add it to that, and that should add power to our whole park. And then we can literally just connect it to there, and that should have a nice power everywhere. So now it's going to kind of split those up. We got 60 there, 32 there, so that splits it up nicely. And then we can actually upgrade this. Increased power, and I guess we'll have to get that as well. So that should be fine. So increased power, that's at least good. We don't have any storm defense yet. Then I think what we want to do is maybe put a couple more amenities over here. Let's quickly see how much space we have. Not a whole lot of space, so I might have to kind of delete this and free up a little bit of space. Let's see what we need for amenities here. So let's go to amenity coverage. Oh, that's amenity coverage. Guest crowding. What do we want? Profit generate. What am I looking for here? There, amenity coverage. So we will probably more than likely need something around here. And then maybe something kind of around here as well. Maybe even a hotel over here would be kind of cool. Let's just put a few little drinks. Let's maybe have gotta have a food place first. Let's definitely get one of those. We could probably put that right tight to that. And then we can also get a drink place right tight to that one. Let's just kind of put that there. And then as far as a shop, I could probably have one. I just don't know where to put it. Maybe like right here, honestly. This is kind of broken up anyway, so I might have to reconfigure that. And then I'll get my shop for over here, I think. I'll probably put it like right there-ish. Yeah, that's good. And then I will need to get some power over here. I guess let's start by just one of these. And it should have power going to there, so let's just connect up to there. And then actually, yeah, we will want to kind of reconnect all the way to there, just so these kind of share power between the two of them. So that has 90 power usage. So that's kind of app capacity, but then this has barely used anything. So this is basically all coming from here, which is fine. That's definitely fine for now. So let's set these up. Let's maybe change our product. We could probably even do like a, what do we want to do? This is kind of our drink station, so I could probably have like, we already have milkshakes. Let's maybe do like ice slushies, and then maybe just like fish tank and a jukebox. That's 100% satisfaction. I think that'll be good for us. And let's go to here. Candy, can't go wrong with candy. Let's maybe have a candy place, or maybe like doll. Maybe we already have ice cream. Yeah, let's maybe go with, let's do doll. I feel like that would be pretty good. That applies to a lot of people. Let's go maybe a claw machine and a jukebox, just to have really good profitability. And that's already a lot better. Honestly, we could probably just stick with books. And maybe switch it up. We could probably do like a fish tank and beanbags. It's probably pretty good. That's 100% satisfaction. Okay, that should be a lot better now. So we got good amenity coverage. Looks like they're nice and happy throughout here. I think they should be doing just fine. So we got bathroom coverage. We got emergency shelter. Transport could probably be a little bit better in that it would probably just be making every path a wide one. So I'm just going to quickly do that to my park. So I think for the most part, these are all good, and I'll probably make these nice and wide. And maybe these as well. So that's probably pretty good. And then all of these I'll just leave just because it's probably fine. Let's get some transport set up. So I don't know where the heck I'm going to even start this. I could probably put my monorail right here would probably be the best place. Or let's get amenities. We can also get these medium ones. We got a viewing platform here. Do I not have our monorail system? No, we actually don't have the monorail station, so we're gonna have to research that. Let's go to guests, and I think, yeah, monorail. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll just get a couple of scientists on that. Let's go to fossils, and it looks like we have a couple of things we can do. Let's maybe do that. Begin that task, and let's maybe even do another one here. So let's do expedition. Let's maybe do this one again, just so we can get that upgraded as much as possible. We already have this. I'd like to kind of smooth this out a little bit. In fact, what I could probably do is I'd like to put some water right through this. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. So let's just grab some deep water, and I'm just literally going to go right through here, all the way into this big area. And then I could probably have a little waterfall kind of just like that. That's actually perfect. And then I could probably even lift up a couple areas. Let's maybe have another area for our water, kind of just going into this region. Lots of water just for them to kind of drink, obviously. And let's kind of smooth this out a little bit. I kind of want to keep it semi-rocky in most places, but having it kind of split through like that, I think is actually pretty cool. And then I might add a little bit more shallow water just in this area. Kind of just like that. And then I'm just going to throw some trees in here. Maybe even grab this up and have a nice big cliff face. Might be kind of cool over here. They'll basically have to walk through the water, and then that should be a decent amount of space for them. We'll have to kind of see. We may have to kind of switch this up a little bit, but I think for the most part, it should be fine. Let's maybe make a little bit more shallow water in here, just so it's not all super deep. Kind of just like that. Maybe have another little deep spot in here. Have a nice little crossing area. That should be fine. Okay, that should be ready for him. Or her whenever we get them in here. So let's get a ranger post. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I could probably just put it like there, and then add a ranger team, MBU team, and a capture team. I maybe need another capture team, honestly, but that's looking pretty good. We have some honking. I don't know who's honking. I don't really know who's honking. There's some honking going on. I'm gonna get some trees. Maybe just like some cover over here. I might have to leave that a little bit open. Kind of just like that. Just a little bit of cover. Maybe a little bit of those. Just for some color. Oh, it's this. Yeah, that seems to be stuck. Okay, let's put some grass in there. Obstructed. Can I... Let's do manual control. Oh, look at this. You can rip through here. Let's do a little bit of an off-road. Just for these guests. Crash into some trees. Let's go check out some dinosaurs. These are getting the VIP tour today. Can I do like a drift? That'd be kind of cool. Oh my god. Let's crash straight into this thing. So these guys are definitely getting the VIP tour today. Look at the size of this thing. Absolutely incredible. Can I go park right in the middle of it? I'm gonna have to do like a 2-point turn here. I don't want to wake her up. Let's see if we can go in here. That's actually incredible. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, let's back up here and allow them to continue their tour. She's kind of right in the middle of the road here. Let's maybe just go behind this one. Run over a couple of things here. Let's give back control to them. I feel like they should be fine now. Yeah, they're honking at this thing. That's right. Oh yeah, up you get. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Dinosaurs are no joke, man. Like, look how crazy these things are. Okay, they can continue the park tour now. I need some more herbivores in there if I can. But for right now, I think I could probably do a couple of these. Something like that. Let's begin that. And then I'd love to get some more herbivores. Let's see if we can hatch some. Maybe even another big one. I feel like I could get another one of these guys. Definitely some of those. So maybe we have to get some of those. What else? We could get Gallimimus. Might as well get some of those. Why not? Let's just get that going. And then I'd love to get another Patagotitan if I can. Let's get another one of these. Let's put you on the job. Nothing but our best. And we could probably do, we don't need that many, so let's actually do maybe one male. And then he can kind of mate with both of those. That should be fine. Yeah, let's get you on there, and then we'll have to rest up some of our scientists here as well. Like you. Can't do any upgrading. Let's do a couple more. Might as well rest them up while they're not doing anything. And these guys are kind of working on some stuff. So we got some stuff going on here. Gallimimus is almost ready to go, and they'll probably finish around the same time.
Synthesis.
Let's get... Oh no. Short-lived? No. We already have a male. Let's get a female. Like bigger spikes up there. Let's get a female. And then we can do that. Let's kind of just throw some on there. And these little guys are ready for release. So let's get them into their new enclosure.
Heading to collect the asset.
Just like so. Now, what do we have in this enclosure? Let's go figure that out. So we got... Actually, you can use our brand new little tool here. We got some of these little guys. Now, I could mate them. Let's just get a small little nesting area. And they can kind of mate over here.
Pretty cozy. If the
do
dinosaurs
you,
aren't
that's
into it,
probably
I
fine.
might crawl in and take it for a nap test drive myself. That was a joke. If it
Yes, obviously a
obvious.
joke. You silly man. Okay, they're gonna go mate. Maybe even have some babies. That'd be kind of cool. Dinosaur ready for release. So we got the Patagotitan ready to go. Let's... I guess we're out of airlifts, so we'll have to wait until we get some more of those. Let's go to our fossils. Do this. And then I guess we'll have to kind of see where we're at. I'd like to get some of those right away. I feel like that'd be kind of nice. I'd love to get this whole section doing some stuff. And in fact, what could we do? Yeah, we got some water kind of flowing through here.
To the park.
Yeah, I'd like them to be able to kind of run around here. So I may even kind of free up this area. Let's maybe do that. Let's grab
Asset transportation.
this and kind of get that back to normal, and then we'll smooth it over in some of these spots, kind of just like that. And then I would still like to have a little bit of water in here, maybe just some shallow stuff, kind of just like that, maybe kind of into there and have a nice little opening. And then if I can, I'd like to smooth this a little bit as well. That's actually probably better. Let's go with that. Okay, we already have some eggs. They have already gotten busy, which is kind of crazy. Now this should be ready for airlift, so let's get them into here. So we can have 2 of those massive
The
things.
Gallimimus is a sociable animal, but its speed is what stands out to me. The ranger teams are gonna have their work cut out for them.
These little guys. I wonder if these guys need more food. Can't breed, increase comfort. Missing arid. Okay, we need some more arid.
Patagotitan to the park.
Okay, so let's get some more of that. Now, they like arid soil. Let's reduce the radius here. Let's get some more of this stuff. Let's see if that makes them happy. Okay, that's probably pretty good for that. So they should be nice and happy now, I'd say. Here comes our Gallimimus. And we have these guys in here now, so we might even have, got lots of area, so that's good. Adult population, that's going to help. We need some more ground leaf, I think. Ground leaf should be just fine. Let's just get some of that in here. And hopefully that makes them nice and happy. I think it's really a ground nut, but I think we got to make sure we keep everyone happy here. Okay, there's lots over there that they should be able to explore. We need some more water, which they will also explore here. Okay, that should be fine. Look at our little Gallimimuses now. Got lots of different dinosaurs. That's exciting. We should be making quite a bit of money here. We are profiting 450,000 a minute, so that's kind of nice. But we're also spending, oh, here comes another one of these guys. Oh my gosh. The comfort, nice and healthy, very short-lived though, so that's a little bit sad. Can these guys breed? Can we get a large one? A large nesting area. Now, I could probably put one like over there. That would be crazy. Can these guys even mate? I guess they have to be able to. Let's start that program. We can just get these 2 scientists on there. That's insane to think about. That they would just like, this isn't big enough for them. They're huge. I think we got some eggs in here though. Yeah, look at them, little eggs in there. So that's perfect. Got some eggs there. Let's get our other guys ready to go here. There's our Jurassic World balloon. Let's synthesize some of, where are they? So these guys, they're at 93%. I'm happy with that. Something tells me these things are gonna look absolutely unreal. I think I like the white ones. Those guys are cool. No, maybe make the male that color. Let's go with like the red, and then the male. This is where we can go like that dark purple or like something kind of cool. Let's go with that purple color, and then the pattern. Like black stripes, I don't know, maybe like red stripes, kind of looks like blood. Let's do white stripes, that's actually pretty cool. So let's save and exit. Let's get them ready to go. Don't need a whole lot here, so let's just do that. And now we are going to have some of those other furry friends, and they can have their own exhibit over here. That'll be kind of sweet. We got our velociraptors over here. I think we have enough viewing area. I don't really know. But I should probably continue into this area as well. We'll have to kind of see. There's definitely lots of space for us to play with. And as far as where we can build over here, kind of in and around back here, which we've kind of done a little bit of. I can't imagine we're going to get another path through there. But we could have a monorail over here. I feel like that would probably work. This is looking pretty sweet. Did we ever get our monorail done? I think we must have. So we got our monorail. We also have our hyperloop, an underground network that can be used to connect certain buildings together instead of paths. That's kind of sweet. Let's maybe get that going, because that could be better than a monorail in most cases, but I also like to still have the monorail just because it looks so cool. Let's see, I could get it and fit it maybe in here. Oh, I don't know if I can actually. That might not really fit. So the underground one might be even better than that. So let's see. We got Hyperloop. Where's that? Hyperloop station. So this can literally go right here. Let's put our Hyperloop station here. Let's put one there. And then I guess they can just... You just click on a building, I guess? I think I'd like to get an underground one going this way, and then maybe just connect to another one here. Let's just kind of put the Hyperloop station right there, and then we can just connect to there. I think that should work. There they go. Little Hyperloop station. So that should increase that by quite a bit. And let's get another one of these. I could probably even put the second one maybe right there. And then a nice straight shot we can just connect right to there. And that should immediately improve our walking. Okay, there we go. Transport. So that's a lot better now. This is a little bit sad, but I think that should be fine. Hey, I'm loving that. Movement in nest. That's kind of exciting. These guys are ready to incubate. So they're very strong. I'm actually excited to see these guys. I think I might do just one male and one female. This actually has some problems. Intolerant. Let's do these ones. This guy's got a little bit more hair. Let's begin that. And we can get that going. What else can we get here? What am I getting? Some more of these guys? Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus. They don't really get along with a whole lot of stuff. I could also get some of those. I'm going to get some more herbivores. Now before I do, I'm going to make sure that we have lots of space in here. Let's click on one of these. Do we have lots of space? Oh yeah, we still have tons of area. So I could definitely get something else in here. Now, what could that be? Let's just go to Expedition. Let's go to Herbivore. It's something we don't have. Protoceratops. I wouldn't mind seeing what those look like. Sinoceratops? What's better? I'm going to look them up. Okay, it's clear. The answer is clear. I'm going to go with the Sinoceratops. These guys are kind of cool. Let's get them. And then we can start doing that. What else can we do? Let's maybe do... Should be a little bit of fossils for us, maybe. Alright, looks like these are ready to go. So let's release them into their brand new home. Over here. So these guys will probably need some food, I imagine. So let's maybe get them some live prey. You know what? We need kind of a... We have this hot air balloon. We also have this, which is actually kind of cool. So let's just get this. We can kind of put the meat there, and then I'll get a live feed station over here, maybe. That should be pretty good. Let's see what these things look like. Here comes our first one. Our new furry friend. Actually pretty big. You know what? These are literally the bigger version of our Guanlongs. Is what I'm noticing. Where are they, those little guys? I think they are in this habitat. And I actually kind of thought they'd be able to climb the fences, but I don't think so. Let's see if we can find one. Yeah, look at these little guys. Here's a little baby version. Look at them. No, I'm gonna click on this one. Oh, look at him, a little juvenile one. That's so cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Eutyrannus.
Kind of cute. So let's see these guys. We got two of them coming in. Here they come. Way over there. We got a nice little viewing gallery here. It's a little bit elevated, but I think they should be able to see. People on the lower level might not, unfortunately. But I think that should be fine. Yeah, this is kind of where they're going to eat, which is kind of nice. Okay, here comes our first one. We also have some movement in nest over there. I want to see these guys touch down. This might be a big area for these guys. I might have to put some other ones in here. We'll have to kind of see.
Tyrant. Eutyrannus. Now this tyrannosaur ruffled a few feathers when it was first discovered. The overwhelming reaction was exciting.
That's a handsome boy.
Just as I'm excited to see this animal in person now. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, look at these things. So they're actually pretty comfortable already. Need another one, but we need some more water, which is sort of discovering, so it should have plenty of water. It's literally happy already. That's kind of crazy. Too few adults, so that should immediately fix that. So yeah, they're good. They are absolutely good, so they should be nice and comfortable, I would imagine. Too few adults, so here comes another one. And that should immediately fix that. What are they friends with? It dislikes carnivores, which kind of sucks. It likes scavengers. Now I could probably get some scavengers. What are these little guys? I think these guys are scavengers, aren't they? Where are they? You'd think it'd be easy to find one of them because there's like 1,000 of them by now. Oh, we have some aggression here. There's one. So are these scavengers? How do you even tell? Okay, scavengers. So we could get some of them. But honestly, I don't know. These guys might be fine. So I'm going to get a little breeding ground for you. I think you're just a medium dinosaur. So we'll put you over here. Nice and cozy like. And then we can begin the breeding. Oh wait, what? Or maybe it's a large one, actually. That might be the wrong size. Let's get a large one. Maybe they just can't breed. I don't know. What's up with that? Weird. They actually want some more adults, so... yeah, why can't I, maybe they can't get over there or something? Let's maybe see if that's why. Let's smooth this a little bit. If we smooth that, I think we might be able to then. Okay, they might just not mate. So I'm going to get a few more of them though. I think they'd be happy with some more. So where is... we have a pretty big park going on here. Let's go to our hatchery. Let's synthesize some more of these guys. I could even get different colored ones. Let's begin that task. And then as far as this scientist, I'm just going to rest them up. Rest that one up as well as you if I ever get around to it. But as far as our fossils, we do have a few here. Oh, look how cool these guys are. I'm excited for that. Okay, that's good. Okay, we just about have those guys ready to go. So let's go back to here. These guys are ready to go. So let's select some eggs for them. They are all intolerant, of course. Let's just get all of them. So let's do a bunch of males and just have maybe one female. Have lots of testosterone going on in there. Let's do that. And these guys. What else could we get? We could also get another one of these. And in fact, which one do we have already? I could maybe get another one. I'm going to get another one of these. I wouldn't mind that actually. Let's do some research. I feel like we could probably use a couple other things. Operations, core upgrades, control. Yeah, let's kind of just get whatever here. That should be fine. And I could probably do another expedition. Let's do more of this one. That should be fine. Very, very expensive, but that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we got a couple of things done here, so let's select some eggs for that. Now, I think we already have... is it a male or a female that we have? Let's check really quick. I think they'd be a lot happier if they had... okay, that is a male. I think if we had one female, that might be good. Yeah, and they have enough area as well. So let's get you a friend. Let's get you a female friend. And of course, it's intolerant. Let's just do that, and these guys are ready for release. So let's get them into their brand new enclosure. Okay, that's good. Okay, how are these guys doing? Probably have a couple of raptors running around by now. There's one. Little juvenile raptor. It's ripping around. Go, buddy, go. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, he found his family. That's so cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
I don't know why I'm finding these just absolute deadly creatures. just so adorable. Like, I'd love to just take one of these home with me. Put a leash on him, pet him. I feel like that'd be kind of nice. So, no trouble finding these guys. They're nice and happy. Look at this. We got some nice tours going through here. Be kind of cool to have like a water tour, but definitely not through here. Okay, here comes our new dinosaurs coming in, and then these guys are also ready for release. So I'm just gonna wait till we have an airlift available. Okay, release via airlift. Let's get this guy into its new enclosure. I think she might kind of make him a little bit happier here. I bet you he's just not very filled. He probably would like to have another friend, so let's maybe do that. Could have a little bit of a family in here even. He'd probably like that. And we have some fossils that we can do something with. So let's do maybe these two. Do something like that.
I mean,
we got
at
some
least
big
the
boys coming in.
dinosaurs are fighting each other rather than us. But even so, I don't like to see it. Makes me nervous.
Okay, let's check this out. We got a new one coming in here. Nest claimed. Absolutely epic. So we got another one in here now. Should make them a little bit happier. Let's see. Too few adult females? No, they're happy now. Too few adult females. So we actually want another adult female. Okay, I'll get you another one. Why not? Let's get you another one. Let's maybe even change the color of them. So let's go to female. Now let's do a... That's a cool color. I actually really like that. Let's save that one. Begin. And then we can just... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, synthesize that. And then a couple other little guys would be nice. Like, these guys are going to be ready in no time. Let's maybe do one more little fossil thing with that. Let's speed this up till that is done. Okay, that is now done, and then we got a couple more here. Okay, looking pretty good. I think these guys are ready. Let's get another female. Can we get two more? Let's get one more. Actually, what's the difference? We got intolerant, aggressive, and intolerance. Let's just get that one. And then we can get that. That is perfect. Now let's go to our expedition map and see if we can do one last one for the Sinoceratops. Let's just send you on that trip. Okay, we got some more fossils ready to go here. Let's do those two, and this should be pretty close to 100% actually. So excited about that. I do a dinosaur to be released, so let's release you into your brand new enclosure. Okay, that should be good. And what else can we do? Another expedition maybe? Yeah, this one's completely maximized. Let's maybe do this one and see what those look like. Okay, we have touchdown with our brand new dinosaur here. Oh, absolutely epic. So we got 3 of these things now, and look at this new color. That is so cool. It's already battle wounded, it looks like. I don't know what happened in that little cage, but there you have it. You got 3 females now. Or 2 females, 1 male. Okay, they should be a little happy now. They got some environmental issues over here. So what's... So we need more area, or just this one needs more area. Pasture, more water. It basically needs more of everything. Oh my gosh, there's tons of issues. So let's see if we can fix some of these. Might be able to edit this at least. So what's the big one? We definitely need some more pasture. Let's kind of just do that wherever we can get it. And then we'll need some more wetland. We'll also need some more prey. So let's go ahead and do that for... Okay, that should help. Not enough space, so that is also an issue. And this one seems to be kind of hurt, so I might actually release him into the wild. He seems not happy at all, so They might not really get along with each other, so let's actually release him. And he's actually one of our very first dinosaurs, so we can definitely get him taken care of. Let's maybe add a task. I don't really need to put a post over here, so let's just do that. And there might even be a couple other things, but everything else looks pretty up to date. As far as our fossils, we can do a couple of things. We've got these tiny little things. They're not the best looking dinosaurs in the world, but sure, that would be fine. Let's just do a few of those. Okay, that should be good. Are these guys nice and happy? Let's see. Looks like they're pretty happy. They are having some nice bubble baths or something over here. This is so epic. Okay, we have these Sinoceratops ready to go. Let's actually get them. Let's modify their genome. I really like these green ones, actually. And then the... Oh my gosh. You know, I really like that. That's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I'm definitely getting a male. Female ones are pretty cool as well. Let's go with like a different color. Maybe like this. Maybe this orange one might be kind of cool. And then mixed with like some cool colors like these. That's actually really cool. Save and exit. Let's begin that. And I think that should be good. Let's get these guys ready for their new home. Let's select some eggs. I think they should be... Oh, you can only get one. Well, if we can only get one, I gotta get this guy. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, begin that. Should be nice and happy. That's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but let's get him ready to go. The other thing is this guy is now tranquilized, so let's release that one into the wild. And they should be a little bit happier based on that. Okay, these guys are ready for release. Let's get him into his new enclosure here. Now it looks like we have some aggression going on here. Wait, is it not going to get along with these? Let's just put them in there and see what happens. I don't know if they'll really get along with them, but I guess we'll have to see. This guy's also... Oh no! Whoa! We have some issues here. We have some absolute issues. That is not good at all. So we need to enclose this, which we'll have to just manually do this. We gotta fix this real bad here. We got some real problems here. Where is our emergency shelter? So let's open all shelters. Absolute emergency. Okay, we got that one tranquilized. And we need to go fix that ASAP. Maintenance, are you gonna fix that? Go fix that. Pretty please. We got this one way over here, which I don't know how he got out so fast. Can I tranquilize that? All heck just broke loose. We might have to upgrade our fences here. Actually, now might be a pretty good time. Let's maybe upgrade them. Let's just replace them with this. And then we can have some better ones. That's probably going to be pretty ideal. Just so that never happens again. And then we can airlift them back into here. Wow, okay, they were not happy. Not happy at all. So let's get them back there. And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave this one here. Again, if you guys want the next episode, there will be a part 3 so long as you get this video to 500 likes to unlock that one. I'm having a blast with this. There's tons of space to expand in, so there's definitely lots more park to be made here. This guy's cut me off. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next video. Peace.